Tipio, greetings. How you doing? Favor. Good evening, guys. Good evening, everybody. Tipio, what country are you in? Good evening, Favor. Oh, thank you for the gift. Thank you so much. Good evening, Panza. It's been a while, Panza. How are you doing? Oh, yeah, Nigeria. Success, Gabriel. Good evening, darling. How you doing? So, Success, I thought you were following me for what happened to your account? Chris Shine, good evening. Blessing, good evening. How you doing? Happy weekend. It's Friday. I know a lot of you people, some of you that work, you people always look forward to Friday because it's kind of a resting day for you people. Okay, you lost that sim. Oh, sorry about that. Good evening, Chris. How you doing? How is your baby and wifey? You want to ask a question? Tell me you're late today. What do you want to ask? Hey, yeah, I noticed that I stopped seeing you on my life, so I was wondering. It's good to have you back, Success. Guys, please let's tap on our screen. I'm fine, Blessing, and you? I'm fine. Guys, let's tap on our screen, please. So other people can join. You know, the more the live go, what's the difference? Ugberaga is Dada now. Ugberaga is Dada. Aziza is the spirit of the bush. So they have different types of Aziza. They have Ugberaga Aziza. They have Ogbo. Do you understand? Just like branches. Aziza is spirit. Ugberaga is like, it means Dada. Just as we have Ogbanji Dada, that's how you have Aziza Ugberaga. That's the Dada part of. I don't know if you understand. TPO. Guys, let's tap on our screen. Let's tap on our screen. Oh God, I'm not doing I'm not taking questions and answers today. I want to teach. Kemi. I took questions and answers yesterday. Marine Ogbanje, those are the Ogbanjes that are from water now. Those are the cry Ogbanje. Marine Ogbanje are those Ogbanjes that are from the water. They have wealth. They are soft-hearted. They are people that they get angry easily, but they forgive easily. Do you understand? Good evening, Chioma. Prince, you need a consultation. Kindly send a request to a message to my message inbox on TikTok, and I'll book you for a consultation. Okay, Kemi, I hope I answered your question a bit, though it's deeper than that though, but I just summarized it because I want to teach today. Guys, please let's tap on our screen. Uzo, good evening. Yes, that their anger, I swear, that their anger can destroy so much. And after destruction, they begin to regret. That's the thing about Ogbanje Miri. Their anger is extreme. And that's why if you are with them, you must be patient, because they get angry easily and they forgive easily. And they are the wealth carriers. They are such ogbanje are the people that when they come into your life, you begin to have money. And when you offend them, you begin to lose. Those are Marino Ogbanje. Okay, so I want to officially welcome everyone to today's live. Today I want to talk about spirituality and religion, right? I didn't want to come live today. But people know I was live yesterday, and I don't come live so frequent like that. But I was instructed to come live. Even you can see I'm not talking the energy I normally carry. I don't really have that energy like that because I'm having headache. But I was instructed to come and teach. You know, this journey is not for the weak. If I don't come and teach, this headache will not stop. So I have to teach. Since I've been instructed to teach, I've been instructed for almost 3 hours now. I just said, I beg. I was live yesterday and the headache started. So I knew that I needed to come and teach. Today I will be talking about spirituality and religion. Now, it's a very big who's up, please? I cannot take your questions right now, okay? So please don't distract me. There is a very thin line between spirituality and religion. A lot of us practice religion and think we are practicing spirituality, right? I always say that as an African child, you don't have any business with religion. We Africans are spiritual people. We Africans are spiritual people. We are not religious people. So when we start becoming religious, we find out that we begin to struggle because we are going against the alignment of our destiny. There are a lot of people that are going through what they are going through today because they are religious people. One thing you people need to understand is that the spiritual controls the physical. If you are a religious person, it's going to affect your spiritual parts because your spirituality is what comes first as a human on earth. We are spiritual beings. We are not religious beings. So when you begin to become religious, you are going against your alignments. There is nobody that came on this earth, that is existing on this earth, that don't have spirits guiding them. Is either the spirits have begun to work for you positively or they are now working for you negatively. I've always said it. Good evening, Kapila. I've always said it that this world that we are in, there are two basic energy. You have the positive energy and you have the negative energy. If you are a religious person, you begin to energize your negative energy. But the moment you stop being religious and become spiritual, you begin to energize your spirit, your positive energy. Now, there are a lot of us that are roaming around the street and living our daily life, energizing our negative energy. And then we sit down and we begin to complain and we begin to grumble. Life is like a scale. You see that logo? If you happen to have seen that logo, that justice logo that the lawyers, the bar people, the lawyers, they use, is justice. Like you have two scale hanging, right? And when there is a balance, they are both at the same height. But when one goes upper than the other one comes down while the other one goes up. Life, you have to have a balance for you to move with speed. There have to be a balance. Now, you cannot have that balance when you are a religious person. Because that balance, you will get that balance when your body begins to work with your soul and your spirit. That's when they become a balance. But when your body is only beginning to work by itself, because that's what religion does. Religion makes your body to work by itself, and your body cannot function by itself. Your body needs the soul and the spirit. But religion will make you to be functioning with just your body. That's why you see that most religious people, they are not what? Reasonable thinkers. It is only religion that will make somebody that is very educated and learned to make certain statements and believe in certain things that are not real. Now, as an African child, if you start becoming religious, you begin to struggle in life. The benefits of life, there is nobody in this life that was made to what? Suffer. Though we are made to become, how will I put it? To be comfortable. While some people came for to face their consequences. But the ones that came to live their normal life, they are not supposed to suffer. Africans, greetings darling, Africans are supposed to be the richest, one of the most loving and richest people living on planet Earth. But they took our spirituality and gave us religion. If you want to alter a man, if you want to bring a man, a successful man to the floor, take away his spirituality. If you want to destroy a nation, give them religion and take away their spirituality. That is what was done to Africa. A lot of us are still sleeping. A lot of us are still sleeping in the army, in the room of religion. Thank you so much, Joel, for the gift. It is only the Africans that take religion so seriously. Instead of us to be spiritual people, we are now religious people. That's why you see that the level of poverty in Africa is high. The level of religion in Africa is very high. The spiritual controls the physical. There is no way you will have speed in this physical world if you don't have speed in your spiritual world. There is no way you will exist and function properly if spiritually you are a debtor. There is no way you will function and be healthy if spiritually you are sick. Because why? Before anybody dies physically, before death occurs physically, it has occurred spiritually for a while. Nobody just wakes up and just die. Before somebody falls down to the ground and die on the physical earth, that person has been a walking corpse for months, for a while. That's why certain times when you go for consultation, they will tell you that this is what is coming or this is what is happening, and you seem not to comprehend. Because why? You are not going through that problem that they are talking about at that moment, so you disregard it. But anything that is being seen and said spiritually, you should take it serious, because before it is said spiritually, it is already happening. It will take a while for what? For it to manifest into the physical world. That's why you find out that you can go for Alpha and they will tell you that what? You are pregnant as a woman. But you are looking at yourself, you are not pregnant. But Alpha is telling you that you are pregnant. That's to tell you that spiritually you are already pregnant. Because whatever happens in the physical first manifests in the spiritual. Nobody just spies like that. There is no coincidence in this world. Things happen spiritually before it manifests physically. So you need, if you are a spiritual person, you would always know that there is need for you to always check your spiritual parts before there is a manifestation. There are sometimes people, they tell you that, see, this thing is coming, sickness is coming, you will fall sick. I've done consultations for people, greetings there, and I'm telling them that what? I see sickness coming, and They are saying, God forbid, I reject it. Like I am the one wishing them sickness. The thing is always very funny. I am not wishing you, I am telling you. Because why? I need you to take precautions so that it doesn't manifest. Because why? It's already manifesting spiritually. Before anything would happen to you, there is nothing like coincidence on this world. There is nothing like coincidence. Anybody you meet or you have a contact with, that person has a part to play in your destiny. It is not coincidence. There are some people that come to your life, to your path, that you people cross paths is for you to learn certain lessons. There are certain people that cross paths with you is for what? For you to learn things about life, for you to learn some major things about life. Do you understand? Now, a lot of us in Africa are going through problem. Because one thing that religion will let you know, religion will make you first what? Abandon your roots. Abandon your people, your parents, your immediate family. Because they let you believe that if you don't abandon your immediate family, you cannot go to heaven. But in spirituality, they make you what? Embrace your roots. Spirituality makes you go to the roots. Religion makes you stand alone and believe in what? Another person to come and save you. But spirituality makes you go to your roots and know that what? For you to be a tree, to bear fruit, your roots have to be strong inside the soil. There are a lot of us that don't go to our villages today because why? Our religion made us to believe that what? Our problem is coming from the village. Religion made us to believe that the person that is doing us is our father. The person that is doing us is our mother. The person that is doing us is our great-grandmother. The person that is doing us is our uncle. That is what religion has made us to believe. Religion has made us to start even being afraid of our person, our immediate family. There are a lot of us that are adults today that if I am to take a survey, I will find out that majority of you listening to me today have not been to their village in a very long time. What is the reason why you have not gone to your village in a long time? Because why? Your father or your mother told you that it is a no-go area. That it is a no-go area. That your problem that you are going through today is coming from the village. That your problem that you are going through today is coming from that your uncle that lives in the village. Now, a lot of us does not believe that, does not know and understand that our major problem is coming to us because we abandoned our roots, which are the villages. Because that is where our spirituality starts from. Our roots. Where we were born. Where we carry the DNA. There are a lot of people that have never. There are some people that don't even know where their villages are. They don't even want to hear it. I've been opportune to run consultation for certain people that the moment you tell them that you need to go back home, every other thing you have said seems not to make sense again. And the only thing they are telling you is, Oma, can't I do it without going to my village? Can't I do it without relating with my village people? And I'm asking them why. That village is full of evil. That village is full of witches. That village, good thing does not come out of it. One thing you need to understand is that even where you are staying right now is somebody's village. Even this Lagos that I am today, it is somebody's village. Nobody is going to buy you in that village if you don't give them a permission to buy you. Some of us, what is doing us is fear of the unknown. It is what we were told. What we were told, that is what is keeping us, pinning us down from our next level. What we were instructed is what is pinning us down from the next level. Now, I got to find out that the only reason why some of our parents told us not to go to the village is because why? Some of our uncles and our aunties don't believe in what? Christianity. And I have come to understand that if you are a religious person and you don't believe in the religion that they believe in, you are an evil person. And you are going, because they feel you are going to hellfire, you become an evil person. Because you carry native chalk and venerate your ancestors, you become an evil person. If that's your uncle that lives in the village is probably carrying anointing oil and holding Bible, most of us, our parents would not stop us from going to the village. As a matter of fact, it is the village we will spend our holiday, because why? They believe that uncle is a religious person and will not mislead us. The only reason why a lot of us are not going to the village is because why? Our parents made us to believe that what? The village uncle is an evil person. And the only reason is because why? He doesn't believe in religion. He believes in the ways of his ancestors. And probably your parents have seen him venerate the energies of your ancestors. And they call him evil. One thing you need to know is that once you are not practicing spirituality, you begin to struggle. And when you are struggling as a human being, everybody around you that is not believing in that religion that you practice becomes a prime suspect. One of the most difficult people that are always pointing fingers to the next person that is doing them are religious people. It is religion that makes people to point finger and say, now this one they do me. I was having a conversation with a young man today after he wanted to pay for cleansing. And he said something to me. He said, Oma, I'm having a problem. I said, what is it? He said, for every time I give my mom money, I notice that what? You see what I'm saying? I noticed that my finances start going down. And I went to the church and they told me that my mother is a witch. And that I should stop giving my mother money. I froze. You know why I froze? Because why? The mom is not a witch. The mom has higher powers because she's a chosen one. The mom is supposed to be a priestess like myself. Now, the mom did not answer her calling. She's under the punishment of the spirit that sent her here. So because she's under punishment, anybody that offers help to the mom, the spirits go and what? Hit your finances so that you will not have any money to give her again, because she's under the spirit of what? She's under punishment. But imagine religion has already given that young man a mindset that what? His mother is a witch. He have already given that young man now that his mother is the source of his problem. A lot of us, our parents are going through this because most of them are not even aware that what? There is a spiritual assignment on their head. And probably they did not get the opportunity to pick up the mantle and they are already under spiritual punishment. And now, because of that, maybe you have noticed that anytime you send money home to your father, to your sister, to your brother, somehow, it affects your finances. And because of that, you begin to tag that person as a witch, an evil person. Unknown to you that person is just going through what? Spiritual punishment. You were not supposed. That's why I tell you people that it's not everybody you help. There are some of us right now that have spiritual calling. And because we have spiritual calling, we cannot get help. Even the people that used to help us before, suddenly they ceased helping us because why? They noticed that anytime they give us money, their finances go down. So they've stopped giving us money. That's why you find out that when you have a call, for somebody to help you becomes a problem. Even the people that used to help you before, that promise you, they now suddenly notice that if they give you money or give you anything, their things begin to drop, so they stop. And that person that used to be your number one helpmate suddenly doesn't want to pick your call again. And you begin to beef that person and say, you will know that this person has money. You know this person can sort your problem. But this person will refuse to do that. Because why? If they do that, it's going to bounce back at them negatively. Not because that person is bad. That's why they don't want to help you. It is the religious mindset that a lot of people have, that they don't understand how spirituality works. A lot of us has what? Thrown our family members into the wind, into the wild wolves, because what? We are religious people. We don't understand spirituality. If you understand spirituality, sometimes you will not cut your family members off. Because some of us, we are the light of that family. Imagine the people you were called to brighten light, so you've cut them off and suddenly catch all of them as witches and wizards, that they are the ones doing you. Our problem is not from our villages. Our problem is not from our parents. Our problem is that we became religious and not spiritual beings. The human nature was not, we were not wired to be religious people. We were wired to be spiritual people. So when you start being religious, the whole nature and everything, you start working against you. One thing you need to understand, that your villagers are not your problem. You might go and meet a pastor and they will tell you that what? The major problem you have is coming from your father's house. That it is your father's village that is your problem. Now you might find out that pastor, there is a difference between being able to get a message and being able to interpret the messages. Some of us, we are in problem today because of who passed our message to us. The person that related the message of the Spirit to you has done more harm to you than good. Because that person has given you a kind of negative mindset that the message you got is beginning to pull you down instead of elevate you. There are some of us, because of we listen to religious people, especially these pastors, right? When they want to pass a message, they tell you that your problem is coming from your father's village. And they begin to, because your problem is coming from your father's side, everybody that comes from your father's side, you begin to tag them as witches and wizards. You suddenly don't want to relate with your father's brother or your father's sister. Even your father. Anything that shuts you out of that village totally, that lineage totally, you are ready to take it. Because why? A pastor told you that what? It is your father's village that your problem is coming from. What that problem is probably a deity in your father's village that you abandoned. Because you are now a religious person, you don't want to go back to your roots. So that deity from your father's village begins to haunt you. Now what? The pastor will tell you that your problem is coming from your father's village. They will not tell you that there is a deity that you have abandoned that you need to go and acknowledge. Some of us, why the only reason why they tell us that our village is our problem is because the spirits that are putting us down in the problem are from the village we abandoned. It is as bad as we have even started transferring it to our children. I can bet you that there are a lot of us that are adults here now, that are grown, married. Our children has never been to our villages. Because even you, that is their parents, don't even go to the village. Even you that is their parents, don't even go to the village. There are some people over 20 years, 30 years, you've never been to your village. It's as bad as some people are so scared of their villages that even when their parents spy, they rather take the parents to a cemetery in the city to bury because they don't want to enter the village at all. Who has chased you away from your villages? Who has made you think that your village, your roots is terrible and evil? It is only a religion that can make you see your home as an evil place. It is only a religion that can make you see that where you come from is the problem, is evil. There are a lot of people that are abroad today. In fact, the issue of those ones abroad break my heart so much, even more than the ones in Nigeria. Because some of these people have never even been, they don't even know their villages. Number one is because of what? Slave trade. Some of them were sold out of their villages into slavery and transferred abroad. And from there, they started what? Growing a family abroad. Now, for the fact that they are abroad, even though they don't know their lineage to the 7th generation, the spirit of that village they are from knows them. Every deity knows his child. Deity spirits are not like humans that can impregnate a girl here and they will not know that there's a child that carries your DNA somewhere. Spirit knows every of his children. Even if you like, be born in America, be born in Sokoto, be born in UK, be born in Spain, anywhere you are born, for the fact that you are existing on this earth, the deity of your land where you come from know you exist. If you like, let your leg not have even stepped into that village, or let your leg have not even entered Africa before. For the fact that you carry the DNA, that lineage, the deity knows you. And whatever punishment that what follows the children of that land because they abandon that deity will follow you too, even if you were born as a US citizen. There are a lot of people that are abroad today that don't understand that the problem that they are facing is because what? They abandoned their roots, their source. Let me give you an example, a very logical example. You are a mother today. You are a mother today and you give birth to children. And suddenly, these children you have gathered, maybe throughout your pregnancy, it was a very hard one. You almost lost your life in the process of guarding that pregnancy. And you gave birth to that child successfully. And that child grows up and suddenly start doing well. And the child decides that you are no longer his mother. That he doesn't know you. He doesn't want to ever see you. He doesn't want to have anything to do with you. Do you know how heartbroken and how deep as a mother you will cry? That's how it is. From every village you come from, that soil is the mother that carried your womb. From that village you came from, one thing you people don't know is that the earth is a female spirit. The earth is a female spirit. So whether you run away from the place you came from, that female energy knows that he knows the children when he born. He knows the number of children she has birthed. She knows where all her children are. So even if you are rejecting that your mother and crying and saying, no, I don't have anything to do with, the sins and the tears of the mother will always put you in bondage. That's how it works. There are a lot of people that are abroad today that are struggling. It broke my heart when on a life like this, I was teaching, and there was this young man that was listening to me from America. And he said he doesn't even know why he stumbled on my life and just decided to stay and listen. And when he stayed there, I was beginning to make sense to him a lot, because why? He got to America when he was 18, be 16, right? And he schooled all his university days, he schooled abroad. And he started working at the age of 24. Now, when he got his first job at the age of 24, he was being treated like a king that he is. At every place he needed to go, they carried him in a private jet. He was what? Signing deals at the age of 24. He was making mad money that his mates could not make. He was interacting with the kings and the queens of the nation as at that time. That's how important his life was and how serious his life was as at that time. For everything that needed to happen in the company he worked, they needed his signature to show you how high leveled he was placed as what? A staff of that company. Now, he worked in that company for 4 years, from between the age of 24 to 28. Life was beautiful. Life was what we call in my language, life is sweet. It is always beautiful when you are doing way better than your age grade. Some of us begin to see it as we have favor. Our head gets oil. It is not so. It is our destiny. Now, he went there. At the age of 28, guess what happened to him? He suddenly lost that job that made him a king. That job that made people always look up to him and called him a king. He lost the job at the age of 28. Now, guess why he lost the job? His call is to start at the age of 29. And he lost the job at the age of 28. Because why? Spirits have provided for him everything he needed for that calling. But as at when the spirits were providing for him, he didn't know that that's the reason why he was being treated as a king that he is. Instead, he was buying houses. He was bringing his siblings abroad. He was taking care of everybody that mattered to him in his bloodline. Most of his siblings, he brought them abroad. From the age of 28 to 68 that he is when he met me, he never worked for anybody. He never got a job. He never got a job again to work for anybody. He was in the United States having deals. And the most painful part of his own is that he was still meeting people that matters in the society. They will come and do deal with him. And when it is time for him to sign that check to elevate him, something will happen. They will cancel the deal. This thing was going on back to back for over 40 years. One thing that you need to know is that the more you run away from your roots, the more you waste your years. The more you run away from your roots and become religious, you are not doing anybody. You are wasting your years. This man stayed in America from the age of 28 to 68. He lost everything. Deals that running in millions of dollars was lost. And he couldn't understand why he was losing those deals. Because why? The deals were coming to him, but he was losing it. At the point of where payments will be made, he will lose the deal. Another one will come, he will lose it. What the spirits were making him to do is like they were allowing the money to pass his eyes like this, but he will not experience it. He will not be a party to it for 40 years. Now, this man did not know he had a spiritual calling. Because why? There was nothing like TikTok then. Nobody was talking. Nobody was explaining. Nobody was making him understand that this was the problem. Nobody made him to know that he had a spiritual assignment. Because why? He was abroad. Nobody knew. He never knew. But there was still one thing in him. He always dreamt. And when he dreamed, they would tell him, go back home. He will have that dream. They will tell him, go back home. He will pick his bag, pick his belongings, and come back to Nigeria. He's going to stay in Lagos for a while, 3-4 months. He's expecting, thinking that something will happen since they said he should come back home. But he will come back home. Nothing is happening. He will travel back to America. This was the normal life routine. He never understood that why the spirit was telling him go back home. Is what? Because they needed him to understand his destiny and his purpose. When I did consultation for him, I was weeping, the man was weeping. You know why? Because he has wasted 40 years of his life. Imagine he's 68. Where does he want to start from? The body is already weak. There are some of you that are listening to my voice today. Your body is still strong. The funniest thing about it is that these spirits speak to us. They tell us, you suddenly have the urge to go home, but you don't understand what you are being directed to go home to do. There are a lot of our kings and queens that were sent to come and save souls that are abroad stuck, and they don't understand what their purpose in life is. Because when they got to abroad, life was beautiful. Some of them even had money to build a house back home. But it got to a time, suddenly they lost everything. The kind of work they were getting in those days, they suddenly cannot get jobs again. They find out now that they apply for work in companies. They work 1 week, 2 weeks, they are laid off. Some don't even get at all. And they suddenly don't even know why they cannot find work to work anymore. Not that they are old. There are some people's destiny. When you get to the time when your calling will start, when you get to the time when your mantle will start, once it gets to the time when that your destiny will click, if you don't have the destiny to work under anybody, you will carry your CV and your document running around the earth. Nobody will give you a job to work. Most of you that are abroad today, your time of grace has elapsed. The funniest thing is how they even struggle. You see somebody abroad, the person is telling you, Oma, the only money I have right now is to pay electricity bill. I don't even have the money for a next meal. And people back here in Africa are looking up to them, thinking everything is working so well for them. They don't even understand that these same people cannot even understand what is going on in their life. That's the truth. A lot of them don't even understand, because why? They grew up in a religious home that nobody told them about their spiritual paths. So even in their options, when they sit down and they're trying to figure out what is wrong, that spiritual part never even crosses their mind at all. Because why? They never had a conversation with their parents or family member that this is what exists in our family. This is who you are. This is how it is. This is where we are coming from. So a lot of them that are even abroad today, their destiny was never to go and stay abroad. Their destiny is what? To go abroad, stay for some time, vacation, and come back home. A lot of them that are abroad today is what? It is their pastor Their prophets, prophecy that they were given, they told them that I see you abroad. And from the moment they were given that prophecy, I see you abroad, that person begins to fight everything possible to go abroad. Because why? Their spiritual mentor or a prophecy has come to them that what? I see you abroad. There is a difference between saying somebody that I see you abroad and I see your destiny abroad. Most of you abroad, your destiny is not there. You are just there struggling. You can't even feed. And the funniest thing is that some of you are what? You people have children that you are caring for by yourself. Because I have got to understand that majority of the people abroad are people that have calling. Kings and queens that were sent to this earth to save souls. And one thing about the queens is that once you have a child, right, and you don't marry right, you end up caring for that child by yourself. The man at which you bore those children for will not even give you money, even if he's making money. You will be the one caring for the children, their bills, and your own bill. Life will be running at your face like this. And the next minute you are thinking of how can this problem end? How did I get myself in this mess? The funniest thing is that some of you don't even now have documents to come back home. You now become stuck. You cannot stay there. The more you stay there, the more things are not working for you. And the more you want to come home, you don't have a document. The next thing you are thinking, should I just come to Nigeria? If I come to Nigeria, that means all my years that I've been abroad is a waste. I won't be able to go back again. And you find yourself in a mess. And you begin to question yourself, how did I get here? How did I get here? Just because of a wrong prophecy. There are a lot of you that what? Because you have passed your grace period, you cannot even work for anybody. There's a lady that called me today and she was weeping. Sometimes I wish I could help her. How many can I help? How many can I help? Can I really help? She was lamenting, she was weeping. You could feel the pain in her voice. Now, what is the problem? She now realizes that she has a call and she's ready to answer the call. Now, she said, okay, let her even find a job to do so that in working small, by the time she works small, she will raise money and come to Nigeria. I've told you people something. Spirits don't have emotions. Spirits, they don't have emotions. It is we humans that have emotions. Spirit don't send you. He not send your papa, not send your mama. Once it is time for that agreement, if you like, be lamenting from today till next year, Spirit will not change the situation. Unless you do the needful. And she wrote me and she was crying. She said, Oma, the job I got, I just worked 1 week. Today they sent me a mail that I shouldn't come again. That I shouldn't come back there again. Oma, how do I raise money to come to answer this call? Excuse me. Is it that Spirit cannot see that I'm trying? That I'm looking for money to come and pick up this mantle? Why are they doing me like this? Why did the company suddenly lay me off? I just worked only 1 week. I did not do anything, but they've laid me off. Yes. Anything that will give you comfort and rest of mind or a sense of togetherness, Spirit don't want it again. Because the people's destiny that you are tied to your own, some of them that they are here in Nigeria, maybe today they carried their CV and went to that company and they they didn't get the job. Spirits, and they are crying, God, where are you? Not again, not another disappointment again. And suddenly, God looks at his book of remembrance and say, who is this person's destiny tied to? And your name will pop out. And God will see that what you are working in another place, whereas the person that the destiny is tied to you does not have a job. They will lay you off. You must go through the pain the people that are tied to your destiny will go through. You must experience the pain. There are some of you that's what the assignment that you came to earth to do is to what? Pass children. You are a fertility priestess to pass children into people that are looking for the fruit of the womb. And you are married and you are crying and saying, God, when will I have my own? You will not have your own because the people you were sent to work for still don't have their own. So that's your own that will make you complete. They will seize it from you. That's why it looks as if those that are called, their problem is always bigger than the ones that are not called. Because they will make you see times 10 of the problems of those you were sent here to save. You will suddenly be in a country that has plenty. That can sustain you. People are in that country are making millions, but you are there, you are hungry, you are suffering. You are there, you cannot get a job. You cannot even do business. Some of you don't even have papers. You cannot come back to Nigeria. And you don't even understand that what is doing you is not witchcraft though. Some of you need to do consultation and know what your problem is. Because that your village uncle that you are suspecting might not be your problem. You might be your biggest enemy because you are abroad. I remember in those days when I wanted to travel to the United States. For every time I apply, I got denied. I will sit down. I will weep. I will not eat. Because everybody, other person I applied with got the visa. But me, with what? I would not get it. And maybe before I went to do that interview, I was on fasting. I had sowed seed in the church towards this interview. I was prepared that what? I was going to get it. Because in my wildest dream, I have settled the spiritual part of it. Now, I will go to the interview. It was as bad that some of them never even asked me question. The moment they just collect my paper, they look at me, they just look, boy, rejected. And I come out wondering why. Why am I always rejected? Why is it that other people will get it, I will not get it? I would think that maybe Lagos is the problem. I will apply and fix Abuja. I will go to Abuja. I will go there for interview. The same thing. It is now I got to understand that. Thank God they did not even allow me to go. Because maybe my sofa would have been Chege Pro Max. I wouldn't even have been able to come down here. Because I would have been stuck like a lot of us. There are some of you right now that are looking for a way to what? Travel abroad. You have tried all means. And you keep being duped. My sister, my brother, rest. Rest. It might be that the spirit is saving you from the big disaster in front. It's not everybody that is abroad that is eating with golden spoon. Some of them there abroad are eating directly from the ground, crumbs, because they went against their destiny. Some of us, our spirit guides are so sweet and caring that instead of us to go and enter that dangerous pit, they will allow us to what? Get, you're laughing, Ama. They will allow us to get what? Denied. And we will sit down and what? Cost them heaven and earth. But we will not know that they are preventing us from future crisis. There are some people that are abroad today that are wishing, I wish they knew, I wish they were warned, I wish they know. There is this urge they have, go back to Nigeria, but they can't. Go back to your country, go back home. They can't. They don't understand. Some are suddenly falling sick over there, and they don't know that it's because of this Nigeria or this home that is calling them, that is giving them sickness there. Some of them are experiencing serious financial drought. And the funniest thing about it is that because they are abroad, if they tell you that what, they don't have money, nobody seems to believe them. So they are left alone by themselves in their world of lack. Because why? In Nigeria or in Africa, we have this mentality that anybody that is abroad is doing well. So they cannot even call back home and say, Omo, I need help. I need help. Because they don't want to be judged. They don't want somebody to say, how can somebody be in abroad and be calling us in Nigeria for help or in Africa for help? Because we have this mentality that who is abroad should be better than who is in Nigeria. There are some of us, I can remember that I've had consultation with some people and they tell me, Oma, I am tired. But I have one question to ask. If I come to Nigeria, see the Nigeria economy, how do I start? How do I cope? How do I feed? You will not be hungry unless you were not called. If you are called genuinely and you settle the spirit that called you, one thing I know is that they will not make you lack. They would what? It might be tough at the initial stage, but hanging there, they will come through. Before it gets to the point where you feel like it is over, they will always come through. There are things that I never in my mind imagined that I would own, that I own today. There are places I never imagined that in my life I will go when this call was doing me, or this my life, things were going, that I have gone there today. The fact that you are going through hell now, or things are hard for you now because of this calling, does not mean that if you answer this calling, it's going to remain like that. Things are difficult for you now because that assignment they gave you, you are not doing it. That assignment they gave you, you are not doing it. That's the truth. It is better. I was talking to somebody yesterday. I know that he has a call, because as at the time I was going through my own calling, he was going through his own as at that time, and we used to sit down and talk about how we make mistake and all. And I asked him yesterday, I said, how far now? You've not started your calling. He said he has been begging his Agu to give him time. Now, one thing that we don't understand is the more you beg these spirits to give you time, the more you waste your years. Spirits don't have emotions. Spirits don't have emotions. The more you go and be begging and pleading, please give me time, let me just make a little money, they will not answer you. They will just be looking at you to be fooling yourself. Because the more you beg for more time, the more you waste your time to make it well in life. One thing that we don't know, most of us don't know, is that when you are chosen to do this work, your wealth is what? Attached to this work. So that wealth you are looking for, it is in this work. It is not in the business that you are thinking that they should give you time to do the business. It is not in that business. The thing is that a lot of you already have the mindset that if you are called, you will be poor. If you do this work, you will be poor. And one of the reasons why that mentality came to us is because of what? Home videos. You see, home video messed up our thinking about spirituality. Because tell me why home video will portray that if you are called or you are practicing African spirituality as a dibia or a priestess, you need to be poor. You need to stay in the bush. You need to tie red cloths. So some of us, the moment they tell you that you have a call, the only picture that is coming to your head is that old man in the bush, tying red cloths, rubbing native chalk all over his eyes, and staying in an isolated place. So a lot of us don't want to even hear it. We rather stay abroad and be suffering than for me to come back home and come and say, I'm coming to answer one call. Answer call as what exactly? Oh man, I cannot. I cannot answer this call. Can't I transfer it? How can you tell me that I should leave abroad and come to Nigeria and come and answer call? The call that I've seen people suffering. People suffering. I cannot live abroad and come and answer this call. They suddenly keep me enmity. Some of them don't even want to come to my life again because why? They feel like I'm why do they think I'm the one that called them? I don't understand. They suddenly see me as an enemy because I'm telling them that what they should come and answer call. I don't want a good future for them. I don't want a good future for them. One thing I always say is that if you are genuinely called, your finances is not banked on the economy of that nation. Your finances comes from the spirit that called you. Even if the economy is bad, because na spirit call you, they will provide for you. That's the truth. There are people that are experiencing growth. When I mean, no matter how people are crying and saying this Tinubu regime is hard, there are some of us that cannot relate. Because anything we want to get, there is finances for us to get it. Because our finances is not based on the economy. The people that sent us here for assignments, we are already in good terms with them. We are relating with them. So when they know that we are lacking, they make a provision. There are some of you that the next thing they ask me, oh, sorry. The thing they ask me when I do their consultation is, oh ma, can't I practice this my call abroad? Can't I do this calling here? It's funny. Oh ma, this calling that you're talking of, can't I answer it here? Sweetheart, you cannot answer it there. You are an African. You want to carry your spirituality to the land of the people that enslaved your ancestors. You want to carry your spirituality to the land of the people that threw your ancestors into the fire and into the lake. The way we practice our spirituality There is a lot of limitation in a foreign land. They will call it what? Something, something, and you will go to jail for it. I have had people tell me that they went to the water and they were putting offerings and they got arrested for it. So how do you want to practice your calling in a foreign land? Be logical here. Is it the white people that they called you for? The funniest thing is that most of us that have this calling, it is our agreement. We agreed. We agreed to come and do the work. There was an agreement, and that's why you notice that our wealth is tied to the service, because they told us that if you do the service, we will give you wealth, and they will show us the wealth. That's why some of you only time you see yourself successful, you will see yourself in fine luxurious cars, big houses is in your dream. Because why? The Spirit is reminding you of the promises they gave you for you to do the work. So they will be showing you the promises they gave you that made you to agree to come and do the work. You have come here now and suddenly want the gift without the service. You suddenly want the goodness of the life. You want to drive the luxurious cars. You want to visit beautiful countries and live there. And you don't want to do the service. So the people you came to earth to save, who is going to save them while you are working in a foreign land? That's why you see the spirits, they come for your jobs. Some of you will even work. They will allow you to labor for that work and you will not get paid. You will not get paid. Some of you will work, you will labor, and the only thing that comes out from that laboring is to settle bills. There will be no savings. So it's as if you are working in vain. There is nothing for you to fall back to after working. Some of you don't even understand what is going on in your life anymore. Thank God for a place like TikTok. There are a lot of you that got to understand your paths through TikTok because you are abroad. And the only reason why you understood what you are going through is when you came on this TikTok. Suddenly, people are saying things that you can relate to. Things that you are going through. Somebody is talking about it. That's the only reason. There are some of you that has never, ever in your life had a consultation before. You don't even know who you are. You don't know what you came to this life to do. There is no purpose. You are just living the life. You are just living the life. There are some of the ladies that go abroad and the next thing they are rushing to get married because they want to have papers. They want to have a stay. Now in the process they have children. Now most of these people, the ladies that have call, they automatically start caring for the children by themselves. You know why? Because in the realm of the spirit, is my network stable? Can you guys hear me? Please, if you can hear me, comment you can hear me. Thank you. There are some of you that in the verge of trying to get a stay as a woman, you end up getting married. Now, one thing you people don't understand as the queens, I'm talking to the ladies, is that spiritually, you don't equip a queen financially. We come equipped with finances. We come equipped. That's why you find out that if we happen to be with a man and we eventually make the man grow as a queen, you eventually make the man start seeing light. The man start having money. When the man becomes successful, the man would not give you from that money. It is against the spiritual rule. You don't give queens money. We are the wealth carriers. So even when you have offspring for that man, you will care for the children yourself. You will be the one to feed those children and care for them by yourself because you are a queen. And that's why you see a lot of them so heartbroken, because they will say they suffered with this man when he had nothing. Now he suddenly have something. The man has abandoned them with the children and moved on. You see most of our women, the queens that are supposed to be ruling the nation, they are dragging children as single mothers, caring for responsibilities that they did not plan for. Most of them, the only reason why they cannot come back home to pick up their mantle is because of their children. Oh man, who do I leave my children with? They are still young. And nothing seems to be working. Now, they now have children that have to keep them down. They are struggling. They are suffering. It's more like they are stuck in one place. They cannot move forward. They cannot move backward. They become depressed. I see a lot of them. That's why when I'm doing consultation for people abroad, you find out that they are looking for who to talk to. Most of the people abroad are lonely. In Nigeria, we have love among ourselves now. You can go to the bar, sit down and be gisting with somebody that you don't know. Before you know you are gisting. Abroad, it's not like that. You see, most of them are lonely. They are carrying problems that they never planned for. So when they find somebody that understands them, you see, I'm running a consultation for one person for 2 hours. And I cannot end it because that person needs to pour it out. They just need somebody to talk to. They are losing it. But people out here in Nigeria are still looking up to them, are still expecting monthly allowance, are still saying that my sister is abroad, forgetting that that sister that is abroad, things are not going well. One of the people that know how to cover up their burdens are Africans, especially the ladies. They will put up a smile like everything is going well. But maybe while you are even talking to them, they don't even have the money for the next meal. And the moment you are able to hit that spot and know that something is wrong, they break down and start crying. Some of them have so much love to give, but it's all bottled up now because of what? Wrong choice. Wrong choice. So they suddenly don't even want to hear anything. They don't believe in love anymore. Only one wrong decision can change your entire life as a human being. Just one wrong decision can affect your entire life as a human being. There are some people that are there right now, seated and wishing, I never made this trip. I wish I was still in Nigeria. Things would have been much more easier for me. I used to for dump the children for my mama. But abroad, they don't have anywhere. You must carry your children. Abroad, it's as bad as you must carry your cross. If you happen to be one of such people that suddenly don't know why life is upside down for you, you suddenly don't know why things was working well for you before, but now you can't explain it. You can't get a job, you can't sustain a job, you can't keep a job. The only money that comes to you is money to feed. You need a consultation. You need to know what you are in for. The funniest thing is that most of us that are queens, when a queen gives birth to a child, if you are giving birth to a boy, you are giving birth to a prince. If you are giving birth to a girl, you are giving birth to a princess. So some of our children that are abroad, they still have calling. And you as their parents have not even sorted your own well. And your child's own is beginning to stare in your face. Because every day you look at this child and you know that this child is not an ordinary child. There are some of the children today that are abroad. That's why somebody was asking me that, Oma, why is it that most of the people that are autistic children are blacks? They want to step in their land. There are some autistic children that the moment they come back home and step on their father's soil, that autism will stop. Some of them have slow speech because they want to come back home. Some of them want to step on their land, their legs on their soil. That's the truth. The spiritual controls the physical. You find out that your child is having... I had a friend and I told him, I said, you need to bring this boy home. From what the spirit is telling me is that this boy is a spirit, reincarnated spirit that wants to come back home. You need to take him to the village and give him water with that. There's an iron conch that they used to play. They use wood to hit the iron conch. The spirit said, give him water to drink with that instrument. He will start talking immediately. Some of these children we are giving birth to our ancestors, that they took their life from them, that place where you gave birth to them. They don't want to stay there. They want to come back to the land they are used to. They want to come back. Some of us, that struggle that you are struggling, there are some of you that are abroad today. You have even started building a house in Nigeria. You cannot complete it. You suddenly don't know why you cannot complete it. What is following you is bigger than you. You don't know. Yes, I will give you people time to ask questions. What is bigger than you? You don't know. Some of us, the children that we are giving birth to, are bigger than us spiritually. Some of the children that we are giving birth to are bigger than us spiritually, just the way we are bigger than our parents. From every generation that comes forth is always greater than the next. That's how the spirit works. You are bigger than your parents spiritually. Your parents are bigger than your grandparents spiritually. Your children are bigger than you spiritually. Yes. That's why I say, when you give birth to a child, try to know who came back? What is the purpose of this child? Before you go scraping the child's hair. Who came back here? I have had a friend that her child visits me. And when the family came that day, the child was pressed. The child wanted to use the restroom. And I took the child to the restroom. The child refused to enter with me. He was shaking his head. No, he was pulling himself back. I was wondering. And the mother said that the child doesn't use the water closet. He hates it. He prefers to use the pole. Or he pees outside. That's how he wants it. That is an ancestor. In the days of our forefathers, this white closet, they didn't have it. So he sees it as something that, what is this? This thing can take my life. I don't want to use it. So he prefers to go outside to pee on the lawn. That's the only way the child, if not, that child will hold that urine for as long as possible, or he wheezes on his body. There is one like that I saw. The child refused to suckle on the mother's breast. And it was giving the woman concern. For every time that she wants to breastfeed her child, the boy, he refused to suck. But when she puts the breast milk in the feeder, he takes the feeder. Until she went to find out, and she was told that it is her father that came back, and the father is saying he cannot suck the child's breast. That is an abomination for him to be sucking his child's breast. So he rather not sucks. He prefers to be fed through feeder. The spiritual controls the physical. Some things that you people see as normal, it's not. There is no coincidence in the physical realm. Sometimes things are not working for you because you are going against your don't. What you are not supposed to be doing are the things you are doing. And for as long as you do those things, you will struggle and you will be stuck. You will struggle and you will be stuck. Because why? Where you are coming from, there is an abomination there. These are the things children of this place don't do. But because you don't go home, you don't know anything about your background, you suddenly begin to live in a life of abominations. And you wonder why things are not working for you. I had a consultation for one of our sisters here. And when I was doing her consultation, it came out she should not eat ogbono. Because why? It is ogbono they use in 7 deities in her land. Guess what? That time she was here, she bought paints of ogbono that she wants to use to travel back to abroad. And ogbono is what? Is a food for the spirits in her place. So for every time she eats that ogbono, she will experience slowness, sluggishness, droughts. And she doesn't know. She just said, ogbono is my best food. Ogbono is my best food. She left the ogbono with me. The ogbono says still in my freezer. Until the spirit itself came to her dream to tell her how things are done in her village. She was shocked. These were things I found out for her in where? On True Afa. She never knew that ogbono happens to be one of the things they appease their deities with. She eats it. Like me, I never knew that I wasn't supposed to eat cassava. I ate cassava as I like. And when it was time, they told me don't eat cassava. It is a rule. It is they use cassava to serve a deity in your village. from my maternal side, you will not eat cassava. It was an instruction given to me clearly. But because me, I'm used to gari, I like fufu, I like, what's that thing? I like popo gari. I like popo gari and maggot. I like to eat it. I like that thing that they do in Enugu, that they use cassava, abacha. I like it. It was a very difficult thing for me to do. And I sat down, I said, this I should not eat cassava. So what am I going to eat? Now they gave me that rule. They didn't give it to my husband. So it was difficult because some days he's sitting down and he's eating fufu. And I want to eat fufu. Some days I'll sit and beg. I said, do you know that it got to the extent, I like soaking gari. I like when I want to soak gari, I'll put sugar, I'll put milk. I'll now put ice block. You know, I pour granite. I like those kind of things. So that very afternoon, I was hungry. I finished working. I said, quick food. Let me just get gari and eat. Now I got a bowl of gari. This was the same gari that I used to eat before and nothing happens. Now I got a bowl of gari. Even when my husband was saying, don't eat it though, I said, I beg, I will use egg to pray. I said, I beg, I will use egg to pray. I will beg them. I sat down. I fulfilled my flesh. I fulfilled the cravings of my flesh. And I was feeling very happy. Guess what? They closed my vision. I could not dream. I could not see. I knew something was wrong. I was complaining to my husband. I said, I cannot dream. I don't dream again, no. They made sure I faced the consequences of that action. Some of you, the reason why you are not dreaming is that what you are doing one thing that is wrong. And you don't know. Every day you are coming to shout on the internet, please, how do I remember my dream? But that thing that they forbid in your village, you are eating it. That's how they made sure for good 2 weeks, I was blank because I had gari. By the time I finished fulfilling the pleasures of the flesh, the soul and the spirit came back and said, it is time for us to act now. And they dealt with me. Nobody they tell me now. As a matter of fact, I'm not even buy gari from my house again because I don't want to be tempted. I have intentionally made my husband to stay away from gari now. Because why? I didn't like the experience I had, the consequences I faced. I didn't like it. Yes. There are some times you need to what? Change. Kill this flesh, these earthly desires for you to grow to the next level. There are some of you, you crave to have your third eye open. You crave to see things before they happen. Can you handle it? The sacrifices to get to that place, can you sacrifice for it? Can you stay off sex for some days? Some of you can't. You cannot kill the desires of the flesh, but you want to grow higher spiritually. You cannot. Some of this food that we eat pull our energy down. That's why you see that sometimes when certain people want to go to certain realm, they go on fruits and vegetables. They ascend faster. Your pastors are aware of these things, but they will never tell you. Why do you think they go on fasting? Some of them will go on dry fasting because they want to kill the desires of the flesh to elevate spiritually. You cannot be satisfying the desires of the flesh and grow spiritually. It cannot work. There are some of you that masturbate every other day. Desires of the flesh. You masturbate every other day. And after that act, you feel guilty. And say, oh shit, I'm not going to do this again. Give it the next day, you are back to it. Desires of the flesh. And you suddenly want to grow and be on the same realm with Oma. You suddenly want to sit down and see things the way we see things. There are some people that don't have certain gifts, but because of the way they've killed the desires of their flesh, they grow and acquire new gifts. Because they will enter a new realm, that a new gift will be given to them because they enter that realm. Are you ready to grow spiritually? They tell you that you are the star of your family. Are you ready to charge up your light so that the others will receive light and stop being in darkness? Even you that is struggling today, your siblings are still looking up to you. That's to tell you that you are the star of the family. Because of you, some of them are still down. It is because of you, some people in your family are still struggling. And some of you will sit down and ask me, Oma, why is it me? Why is it me that they gave this man to? Yes, it has to be you. Spirits don't make mistake. They know that if they put it in the hand of that your sister or brother, you will not benefit from it because that person happened to be a very selfish person. That person will use that gift for just his family alone, and you will not benefit from it. Some of us that are given these responsibilities, our heart is very open and large. We care for others before we care for ourselves. We care for others. We want to genuinely see others progress. Some of us don't have siblings like that, have such hearts. Even the little they have, it is for themselves. Spirit will not pick such person. So if spirit picks you and give you an assignment, know that you are a special one. Among every soul in your family, your soul is a special one. That's the truth. So, if everybody is sitting down today in your family, just know that it is you that is putting them there. Sometimes you don't necessarily need to do any spiritual work for them. Just answer your calling and things will begin to align. Because why? In the process of you answering your calling, you begin to settle the spirit that is putting the family in bondage. It is through you they will see light. You see that burden that is on your head begins to reduce because why? Some of them will begin to do things and it will work for them. That load that you suddenly was carrying on your shoulder begins to lighten up. You are carrying that load because a lot of them are doing things that are not working for them. And the spirit will allow you carry the load because you refuse to lighten the load by answering your call. If you sit down and answer your call, some of them, the business they put hand in will begin to prosper. And they will not call you for 5K again. They will not call you for 10K. And the business will begin to prosper in their hand because that spirit that was dragging everybody down in the family, you have settled. But the thing is that some of them will not know that it is you that brought that light. They will still what? Castigate you. They will still what? Reject you. They will still tell you that what? You are doing evil. There is nobody that is genuinely called and doing this work that don't receive latches from even family members and loved ones. So you need to brace up. Some of us, the reason why we need to answer this, our calling, is not even because of our siblings, it's because of our children. There are many of us that if our parents took the decision that what we are taking today, our life would have been much, much, much better. But the thing is that we decided we are the one trying to sort our lives by ourselves. So by the time you are taking this step now, you are walking on this journey now so that your children, they will fly and they will run when it's their turn. They will suddenly not wait to the age of 38 before they find a man. They will suddenly not wait till the age of 40 before they begin to walk. Because you have set the pace, your children at the age of their teenagers, their teens, they begin to be billionaires and millionaires. Because in some of our lineage, there is wealth. And when you activate the spirit of wealth early, it begins to follow the offspring early. Yes. There are some of us that, because we started this call in our 40s, now, because of how we see the blessing, we sit down and wish we had started this thing long before now. Somebody like me. Imagine my call started at 18. I answered the call at 40. 39. Imagine I started the call at 18. I probably would have been among the elite of the society by now. I remember those days I used to see some of my friends there in school. They started making it in life early. You see some of all these people that you see as celebrities, all these young girls, you see them in their 20s, they have built houses. Somebody is paying the price somewhere for them. Some of them are paying their own price. There is no way you want to fly physically and you will not fix your spiritual part. The spiritual controls the physical. Anybody, the funniest thing is that in Africa, a lot of people hide the update of their spirituality. One, because they don't want to be judged. Because Africa has become a very religious place. So when they suddenly start practicing spirituality, they hide it. Nobody wants to tell you updates. So even the one that wants to go to water to go and settle their marine spirit are running to do it at night, where everybody is asleep and they will not be judged. Even the ones that want to answer the call to liberate people suddenly want to do it in the Christian way because they don't want you to judge them. They want to be in the umbrella of religion while they practice spirituality. It takes only the brave ones like us to face the future and say, I am a spiritual being and not a religious being. To sit down and answer your call in the right way. I told my child, I said, I am taking this path so that the struggles I went through in this journey, you will not pass it. You will not pass it. Some of us, the reason why our parents were able to build houses and live well was because their parents that was doing African spirituality was alive while they went to church. So your father had the opportunity to build house, drive cars in his early age because his father was alive. His father was servicing the spirit that was providing wealth for the family, even while he was a Catholic. If you want to help your generation, as you practice African spirituality, let your children know that African spirituality is not evil. Don't work for them and hide it. And in the morning, you bring them together and you are clapping, it is raining all over me. Then secretly, you are throwing Uzu into the air and calling the name of your children. Let them know and understand that the success they experience today is because you follow this path. Because why? Majority of us, our parents practice this path, but they hid it from us. We only started knowing that our parents at one point, they were practicing spirituality because we started doing Afa. And some of them will even hide that truth to their grave. But some of them have started opening up because of how aggressive we approach the questions towards them. If you want a change, the change starts from your household. You have a son, you have a daughter. When you want to venerate your energy in the morning, let them be by your side. Let them understand the assignments and know that it is not Jesus that they are calling, that is the path. They need to hold native chalk or hold a glass of water and know that they need to venerate their ancestors. Through their ancestors, they connect to God. You need to make them to understand that this thing you are doing is not evil. Because most of you are beginning to hide it. What you are hiding, they begin to see it as evil. That's why what? Your father can tell you that avoid that your uncle. He's an evil uncle. Because why? They suddenly noticed that the man had a shrine at the back of his heart. He was hiding. They suddenly call him an evil uncle. I want to take questions. If you have a question that you want to ask me, please don't bring dream. I don't do dream interpretation. Please go straight to the point and ask me question. Don't come up and ask me, Oma, how are you doing? Are you fine? As you can see, I am fine. Please go straight to the question, ask and let me answer you so that we can be fast about it. Thank you. If you have a question, kindly send a request while I bring you up. Probably.
Hello, ma. Good evening, ma.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Mama, I'm not fine, no.
What's the problem? Please, can I
Okay,
have a
so
question?
I'm based. Okay, ma. I'm based abroad, and I've been told severally that I have a spiritual calling,
Okay.
which I have. Yes, I came back to Nigeria and I did my agu, I did my water, I did a small shrine because I pleaded to them that I don't have money yet to officially get like a good place for them, but I have a small piece of land which is where I did my agu and the necessary things that I needed to do. So I came back and I was told that after doing that if I come back to where I base, be able to work for some time, then I can now come back. But it looks like after doing everything I was supposed to do, I came back. Everything, even the things that were working before, I'm not able to get a job. I've been putting my CV different places, ma. Even people that I came to this country before them, they are making it more than me. They are now even the one borrowing me money. Like, I don't know what to do, ma. I don't know.
Sweetheart,
And
let me
huh?
tell you something. One thing they don't tell you people that have call that this calling is not in setting altar, it's not in settling the spirit.
What you request?
Royal, please, when you come up, please mute your mic so that you don't distract me. Right? Probably.
Yes, ma.
Now, the assignment that was given to you is not in setting the altar. That's where a lot of you actually get it wrong. The assignment is in the service. You must walk. But a lot of spiritualists don't tell you people the truth. They will tell you that you can set the altar, even leave it in my house and go. That things will work out. Things will not work out, my darling. The work, the benefit of the work is not in settling the spirit. It is in what? The service. You must sit down and do the work. So even if you have set your altar and it was properly done, a queen does not work under anybody. Have you ever seen a queen of any palace that goes to work under anybody. It is an abomination to the kingdom you are coming from. They will not allow it, especially when the time is already right. Do you now understand why things are
Yes,
not
ma'am.
working for you?
Yes, I do.
So it is in the service you must come back home. And when you come back home, probably money will begin to come. That's what you will be able to go to any country you want to go and still come back and do the work, but not to stay there abroad. That's the problem.
Okay, ma'am.
Sorry.
Ma, honestly, it's a very, very, it's the bitter truth you just told me, honestly. It's just that as a human being, I just feel so overwhelmed. Everything I've worked for all these years, all my, years of suffering and
Let me tell you the truth, probably. You think you've worked, you think you've seen benefits. I can bet you, unless you are not genuinely called. Do you understand? If you are genuinely called, right? That thing that you have lost in less than, what is 4 years? What is 4 years? You will recover it times 100. That you will not be asking yourself, what have I even been doing abroad? Wasting my years. That's the truth. Spirit will make you to recover all in 1,000-fold everything they have stripped you of.
okay.
That's the truth. So I will advise you to come back, sit down and do this work so that you will not be borrowing again. Because you are not meant to borrow, you are meant to give.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Okay, ma. Thank you so much, ma. Mama, please, you can do private consultation for me,
Yes,
right?
I do. Yes. Just send me a message here on this TikTok. After the live, I will attend to you.
Okay, ma. Thank you so much, Queen.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
darling. Sparkle, there's a particular conversation that is catching my that is self-love. I would want you to come up. That question that you are throwing there on the comment section that is making everybody to laugh and distracting everybody. Come up, send a request and come and ask it up so that I will break that your wings that you are using to ask that question. Sparkle. Oh, self-love is even here, self. Okay, that's good. Just hold on. Okay, you would like to answer
Hello.
him. Okay. Sparkle, can I have your question, please?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
I've been told that I also have call,
Okay.
and I've been told to pray to ask them to hold on while I have children because I waited for 7 years after marriage.
Okay. So do you have
So I
children now?
have 2 kids now.
Okay.
Sorry? I have 2 kids now. I have a boy and a girl.
Okay. Oh,
They both
nice.
have dreadlocks, funny enough.
Oh, they are queens and kings.
I'm telling you. Now, my question will be similar to the first question, the lady asked question. But during the live, while I was listening to you, something happened. I have this kola nut in my bag, 4 face. Somebody just told me to bring it out and pray. I feel connected to you. I don't know how. My phone has been malfunctioning since yesterday, but if I go to TikTok, you just bring out your page yesterday, and then you did the same thing today. So I don't understand. Then this call of a thing, how do I go about it? My
Okay,
husband
first
is
of
very
all,
stubborn. He will not let me do anything.
it's not a problem. Don't worry. That's
And they
why I
are not
always tell
allowing me
people.
to walk. They are not allowing me to walk.
Sparkle,
No, me not
do you
lie.
know what you would do? First of all,
No.
I just said it. If you are a queen, you cannot walk under anybody. Now, you would send me a request on this page requesting for my WhatsApp number, right? And I
Okay.
will take it from there. We'll run a consultation. Let us know the type of call you have and where this your
Okay.
call is coming from. What are the spirits? Which spirits called you? Let us know. Then I know how to
Okay.
direct you on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Because I'm good at a lot of things. I can do a lot of things. How they can like say they call it algo. Me, I don't understand.
Yes,
I
I'll
can
go.
do a lot of things, but
Yes.
I'm not holding on to anything. If I focus
Don't
on
worry, those
computer now,
things that you can do eventually will begin to be like a support system when you start answering your call. So you might have
oh,
multiple stream of business, but the first thing you
income.
will do is your calling.
Hey, God, it is well.
Yeah, it
But how
is.
do I fight this hatred?
It comes
Hatred.
with the call. And again, too, when you've not settled the spirits that called you, they throw hatred at you.
Is it Iwa or Ikwa
That's what
Ibumiri?
I'm
Which
saying.
one?
Some of the spirits that you are going to work with, when you are not in good terms with them, they throw you hatred. So in settling them,
Mm.
yes, or sometimes too, it might come with your EUA. So all these things are things that consultation will reveal.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Thank
darling.
you.
You're welcome.
But why was I asked to use four-face cola not to pray? I bought this since last week. I just kept it.
And
While you were talking now.
spirits speak
You
to
say?
everybody in different ways. It depends on how well you are
Okay.
connected to your spirit guide to hear and understand their language. You are still in the
Okay.
process.
I hear, but not all the time. I hear.
So gradually you will understand when they speak to you, you will hear and you will know what they are saying.
Mm.
Yes.
So four-face
Okay.
cola not originally doesn't mean anything serious.
Kola nuts is what we use to hear from spirits. Just like we use native
Oh.
chalk to request. Kola
Nzu.
nuts, we use it to ask questions from the spirit. People use kola nuts for afa.
Okay. The cola nut is here. I did not break it. After praying, I just held it there. I've not opened it.
No problem.
After praying, should I break it and pour, or what should I do now?
I don't know for now.
Okay.
You can drop it
All
anywhere, you
right,
can break it.
beautiful.
Okay?
Okay. I'll chat you up.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah. Self-love.
I know. See me.
Okay, I'm going to mute. I know
You
you
see my
have a
break
question to
names.
ask. Are you
Good
there?
evening. Good
Good
evening.
evening. So please, can we have your honey, please
You
breathe
said?
first.
You said?
Can we have your question?
Okay. I said, but I do see some a lot of people they do go to church,
What is
even
the
if they have.
question? That is like a conclusion. What is your question?
My question was, I do why is it wait, my question is that is it normal for someone to go to church and as well service she?
Okay, I'm going to mute. My husband would answer you, okay?
Yeah, self love. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, I greet everyone on the live. Thank you for joining. Okay, self love. For hundreds of years, the colonialists, the Westerners, the slave masters, everybody has been trying to grab on Africa because of who we are. Okay? When you look at the old map that have existed for hundreds of years before now, because the map of the world as constituted now is not the real map of the world. When you go to the old map, look at the old map of Africa, you will see the real people. Even let me clear this from you now. The current place where the Israel people of Israel, the country Israel is occupying, those people there are not Israelites, or they are Israelis but not Israelites. They are called the Ashkenazims that came from Europe to occupy that place. This present Israel was actually um, formed in 1948. They are Israelis but not Israelites. You understand? It was in 1948 that they were founded. Before the coming of the colonialists, we knew God. I don't know, where do you come from?
From Nigeria.
No,
From Edo,
where Edo
Edo State.
State.
Yeah.
Do you think it was the people from Britain or the Westerners or the colonialists that taught your forefathers and your ancestors who Osalobua is?
No,
Is it the colonialists that taught us, we Igbos, that there is something called Chineke or Chukwu?
no,
Is it them that taught the Urobo people and some other Deltans that there is something called Ogene? It was not them. They came here, they met us serving God in our own way, in our own method. We knew what God is. When we wake up in the morning, we pray to God in our own way. Okay? We are more connected to nature. We acknowledge nature and all the elements that makes life worth living. We have market days that we attribute to all the elements. Meanwhile, them themselves, we are practicing their pagan kind of worship. That is where they got the Sunday, the Gregorian calendar from. It was Emperor Constantine in the 14th century that brought out the present calendar we are using today. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. All these things have deities that they use them those days to venerate. Saturday is for the god of Saturn, the planet called Saturn. Sunday is for the god that represents the sun, which is Zeus. So because Emperor Constantine joined the Catholic Church, he adopted those pagan method of worship into the church system called Catholicism. And they began to spread it all over the world. Began to spread it to places. The thing that they mold and tell you that is Virgin Mary is no Virgin Mary. Originally, it was Madonna, a goddess that they worship. But because the emperor converted to Catholicism, they adopted that same image and started calling it Virgin Mary. You understand what I'm saying now?
yes.
So most of the things you see in the church, they were all pagan practices obtained in Rome before. Mind you, Rome also colonized Jerusalem. So most of the things you see in church today, even the baptism you're looking at, baptism is not, it has nothing to do with Judaism. They created all these things. Meanwhile, baptism is the water walk we do here. We go to water. People bath there. People do water walk. They did not teach us these things. They didn't teach us that we can come out in the sun, use an egg or cola to venerate the sun, knowing that it is an element. They did not teach us that. As far back as the 12th century, we've had one of the biggest libraries in the world in Timbuktu, in Mali. They understood the elements. They understood all the signs, the planetary systems in the sky. They knew about the nebulas and all the stars. Europeans did not teach them that, but they came, they saw this knowledge, and they decided to burn down that library. When they came to Egypt, the Nubians were already building pyramids, building canals along the River Nile before these people came. What did they do? They started chiseling out the noses of the pharaohs, the images of the pharaohs, and making it look European, painting them white instead of black. These people came into from Belgium. King Leopold came into Belgium, came from Belgium to Congo, and enslaved them. There is a book, I can't recollect the name now. He told them, don't tell them about God. They already know God. Just go there, teach them about the Bible, deceive them, and collect their resources. Enslave them to be tapping rubber for us. We are spiritual people. We are not church people. And there is no God in church. I can beat my chest and tell you, I started going to church as a kid. I was once the chairman of Anglican Children Ministry. I wasn't even up to 10 years old. I've played in their gospel band for many years, all kinds of instruments. I've gone to Scripture Union, SU. We are always talking in with tie. Preaching. I preached in the bus before. I was once the head of what's it called? What's that fellowship? House on the Rock in Ebonyi State University then. Okay? I was a member of FAC. I play almost 4 church bands then because I play multiple instruments. Can play bass guitar for these ones, play guitar for FAC, play drums for SU. Even a band in University of Nigeria and Soka, they were called CU. I used to play for them. We preach everywhere. I wake up 4 a.m. to go for morning cry. I share track on the road to show I'm that person that when I enter bus in Enugu, before anything, I will say, let us pray. We pray, and I begin to preach. Pastor NCBD. Until I left Nigeria, I began to see the world. I began to travel countries. Then I saw that even the people that brought us this religion are not practicing it. Churches, cathedrals in Switzerland are being converted to clubhouses and restaurants. Mind you, the Bible you're talking about, the King James Version that all the pastors and evangelists go to King James Version. King James was a terrible man.
Very terrible one. He was gay now.
You understand? Now, a little like far back as maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, there was something that leaked, especially in Australia and Canada and many other places. Do you know what the Vatican covered up? More than 3,000 boys were molested in Australia. By who? The same people that you go and kneel down, they will give you a cross to kiss. You get it now? Forget about these things. They know they don't know God. We are spiritual people, Africans. Go to Mexico, you will see spiritual people there also. Go to Southern America, you will see them. Spiritual people, they do animal sacrifice. Even in Judaism up to today, they still do animal sacrifice. They still use chicken to cleanse themselves. In Judaism, the Israel that people will tell you are going for pilgrimage, it's Palestine they go to. They don't come to Israel. Christianity in Israel is only 2%. Judaism, Druidism, and Islam are the biggest religion in Israel, not Christianity. You can ask 100 people on the street whether they know Jesus in Israel. 9 will tell you they don't. What's that? They don't know it. You understand? These people came in here and brainwashed our people. They finished us. We waged war with them, but they defeated us because they had the higher technology then to defeat us. And there were people sabotaging everything we were doing. That's why Christianity was able to enter here through Ajay Crowder, another African that they enslaved and later let go. And he was integrated here and started spreading that gospel, as they call it. You cannot be going to church and serving your chi. Do you know what your chi is? Your chi supersedes any kind of religion. And mind you, there is nothing like religion. Even in the heaven, Christians are talking about. 80 bishops came together in the Council of Nicaea, in the present-day Turkey, okay? And they formed Christianity as it is known today. Jesus Christ, as the Christians call him, was not a Christian. He does not know anything about Christianity. There's nothing like that. Now, there is a truth that the day it will be revealed, anything called Christianity in this world will end. I've asked many pastors, they could not answer. You said the Holy Spirit came and slept with Mary, and Mary got pregnant. We know that spirits cannot impregnate human beings. It's impossible because the realms are not the same.
you need to be
We live
spiritually high to understand.
we live in different realms. We operate in different realms. Amadioha cannot come and impregnate you and you give birth to one man. It's a lie. According to some books I've researched, it was a Roman soldier that forced himself on that girl, Mary, when she was about 12, 13 years old. But they covered it up. Joseph was very angry, and Joseph has not even paid her bride price. Joseph was still planning to pay it. They were just engaged. He was still planning to pay it, only to discover that the girl is already pregnant. And in the Jewish tradition, when a teenager like that is pregnant, before you can marry any girl in Jewish tradition, she has to be a virgin. If she is not a virgin, then you just have to do some things. Then you take her as a wife. That was why Joseph got very angry. Then they brought the lie that Gabriel, Angel Gab, came to tell him it's okay. He shouldn't be angry. That is the Holy Spirit. That's a lie.
Big lie.
But they won't tell you, because the kind of truth hidden under the belly of the beast in the Vatican, if they spread it out around the world, any reverend father you see, you go buy them.
Yes.
Because they've been lying to you. Now, these mad ones here still went to America and adopted those ones. When they are preaching, they are cracking their voice. As it is said by the Holy Ghost. What is that? There is nothing like that. It does not exist anywhere. Those things of calling altar, run out of here, come and drop a seed. There is nothing like that. They all learned those things and brought it here. Today, they are using it to milk our people dry. You go to slums, you see massive church that they built with maybe 10 billion naira. Look around that church, it's filled with poor people. One, about the last week, was celebrating that he's going to merge about 4 warehouses where they used to manufacture things together to form 5,000 capacity church, a young pastor. But I looked at it, I shook my head. What are you are rejoicing that now the people that were sacked from that same warehouse will go to that church to pray for job. Where are you going to get the job? When you've used the warehouse, you've converted the warehouses that formerly served as a job center to where people go to pray. Prayer does not give any job. The Israeli ambassador to Nigeria went to that dome in Abuja for one pastor in Abuja that seats 100,000 people. When the Israeli ambassador, it's on YouTube, you can go and watch it. The guy came there and was like, wow, that if he had come here with his children, they'll look at this and say, what a total waste. What are you building 100,000 seating capacity church for? What does it do for anybody? It does nothing. It's just a brainwashing center where they go to and preach. They have been preaching, Kumuyi them, Adeboye, all of them that drank tea with God and made snow stop falling in Aspen, Colorado. Do you know where Aspen, Colorado is? The snow they have sometimes is about 7 meter high or deep snow. That man said he went there and stopped. Immediately he left after his program, snow started again. What a lie. He does not possess such powers. I can beat my chest and tell you that in my community, there are people that can stop rain from falling. Yes, they can stop it, they can start it. There is a man in my place. If you want to do traditional wedding or funeral or something, you have to take 6 tubers of yam to him. Give him a chicken and some cola. If not, on that day, people will other their face. But in that your occasion, the kind of rain that will beat you people that day, even the canopy will fly off. But immediately you leave that compound and go to the next compound, it's not raining there. We Africans, we have such powers. A woman near our house, I was telling Oma, they did something. It was after they went to Alpha Now that they revealed to them what happened. It was bees from nowhere that came and stung that woman to death. Didn't you know about it? Yeah. It happened about 2 months ago. So when these people are there shouting, stop, don't think that you don't know God. You know God. When you wake up in the morning, God is in nature. God is in the air. God is on the land. God is in water. God is in every element that you can see in this life that we live in this realm that we live in. God is nature. God is not in one big cathedral. God is not in any church. If prayers can change anything, since Pastor Eze, what is his name, started screaming every early morning for people to come and pray, and all the churches that is in Nigeria would have changed now. Has anything changed? Nothing has changed. But the people practicing this ordinala very well as they should, their chi is blessing them. But go to your churches. It is the pastors that their own God, white European God, is blessed. The members are not getting blessed. Go and check. You contribute money, you buy them plane, you buy them this and that. Ask that man that owns the church, how much did he contribute in building that church? You will see that his money is not there. It is people, the sheeples that are building it. Then you come and say, I can be going to church and serving my chi. What is church? What is your chi? Which day did church start? Church started which day? This Christianity started 300 years after the death of Christ, according to the fables in the Bible of the Christians. 300 years. To show you that a lot of things has been mixed up. So let us not be confused. The calling of your ancestors supersede every 60 or 80% of the people doing prophet and prophetess and pastor in church. They are actually called to be using their agu to do what they are doing. Yeah. That's why I see that most of them rise. At the end of the day, you won't hear anything about their church again. Because the people that are empowering them, the spirits that are empowering them, they've ignored them. They go out, carry a microphone and castigate those spirits. But some of them will pass behind to go and do water work, do their will do everything. They come to us. We know most of them, just that we know they cast people. Let nobody deceive you. We know God. Go to Zululand, they know God. Go to Khoisans, they know God. Go to Kosaland, they know God. Go to the Orang Aslis of Malaysia, the black original indigenous people there. They know God. Go to the Aboriginals of Australia. They know God. Okay? Go to the Himalayan people of Peru and all these people in Nepal. They know God. Chinese people know God in their own way. Japanese, all of them know God in their own way. It's not the white people that taught them who God is. How come all the angels are Michael, Gabriel, European names? Why is it that they don't have any angel that is Okoro? Why is it there is no angel called Angel Obiageri?
No, there's Angel Oma.
Angel Ogenero. You cannot find it.
People start venerating Angel Oma water.
Because everything was structured to conquer you, to believe that if it's not their own, your own is inferior. I'm sorry, I'm digressing and starting to do my own life, even though it's not my platform. But I just have to. It's always heavy in my heart when I see people fear. There is no hell. I've been fighting with our first daughter since she started attending Deeper Life since I was 4 years old. She's close to 60. She's 60 now. She was 18 in the 80s when she started attending Deeper Life. When they were not watching television, she was talking about hell. I said, hell was created by the Catholic Church. Go and check the meaning of hell in Latin word. There's no hell. They created it to put fear in people.
I see you, darling.
To put fear in you so that you can be attending church. That
So you people think that a black man will become pope before?
which I told my wife, I said, look at all of them with their heads like black goats, waiting for a black person to become pope. How? Do you know what it means? It's like saying that one white man from Poland or Britain will come to my village and become, not Igwe, he can become Igwe, that one is easy, and become the chief priest of Oke Parapara Shrine. How is it possible for my people to allow him to become that and carry the offer of my town and give to him? It's not possible. That is their own shrine. They have their deities in the Vatican. And there is nothing, if you like, spread yourself on the cross, let them nail you there. They cannot make you pope. It's not possible. If you do travel abroad, go and check how hard it is to obtain these people's visa. Then you want to tell me that if they know the way to heaven, they will show you. Show you what?
As an African.
Do you know that in some, let me not go far, in South Africa here, South Africa, you can call a house agent that you want to rent, a black South African or citizen, you want to rent a house. Who are you? What's your name? My name is Dumsani Kabelo. You tell you, sorry, there is no house. Call another person to fake a white accent and say that his name is Tony Crawford, that he wants a house. They will tell you to come and inspect the house. They don't even want you to live near them. And you think these people will give you a Bible, a manual. During COVID, did white people give you vaccine? Did they give you vaccine? They were waiting for COVID to buy everybody, but it did not happen because we have our Obunago that saw it coming and told us, boil herbs and be drinking, that nothing will happen. I was in Tanzania then when it started. I was boiling herbs. That was what saved me. The ones that went to hospital, all of them died. So stop following these people. They don't have anything to offer us. Go and check anywhere. They cannot offer you nothing. They just want to take from you and leave you to your fate. If you're from Delta State, go to Ogoni, go to all the places in Delta State and see what oil spillage has done there. It cannot happen in any European country. But they do it here. They don't pay them any compensation. They still use our own politicians to rubbish our lives. What they do is they pick a few people, make them billionaires, and that's it. They don't clean their mess. They don't do anything because they even wanted to buy everybody in that area so that nobody will obstruct them from taking what they have come to steal. In the Bible, you see that the devil came to steal,
To kill.
to buy,
Yes.
and to do or to destroy.
Yes, to destroy.
He's talking about those people with white skin. They are the ones he's talking about. These people cannot even sit. Which day in America did black people started sitting in the same bus with white people? Which day did apartheid end in South Africa? 1994. You cannot pee in the same toilet with a white person. And you think a white person will allow you be in the same heaven with him? How? Let's not be deceived. You know God more than them. What they go to church to do is not knowing God. You know God.
And that's why it's more painful when the ones that are sent here to save souls are now practicing this thing.
Mix-matching things. Using ogbono soup to eat rice. You go to settle somebody's water and do altar. You're bringing Virgin Mary this side, putting cross this side, putting the picture of one man, Jesus, that is wearing wig, bone straight. What is he doing in ordinary altar? What is he doing there?
It's very weak.
Somebody is wearing bone straight, fixed eyelashes and contact lens. You're putting it in your altar as who? Is he Amadioha? Okay, Paragbara, Abalihu, Nkorohia. What is it that you're putting it there?
It's bone straight. You're
Huh?
answering it in the church way.
You tell me you're answering the call in the church way. What is church way? Which church has ever gone to feed their chi and bring down their abu? Para, they should go and return that bone straight to you. We don't know anything about Jesus, and we do not die. Stop being afraid of death. We know they die.
No, they buy.
We know they die. What happens is the body can be destroyed. You go and reincarnate. As long waiting they fear us now because we never finish what you will come here can do.
Yeah.
That's why we always beg them to guide us through, protect our body so that this body can finish what it has come here to do. Haven't you seen a 90-year-old man or woman begging for buy to come and buy her so that she can go back and reincarnate again because she's tired of the body because the body is already weak? That's why we try to ask our guardian spirit to remove us from harm's way, not because if we buy we are going to go to hell. Which hell? Are you telling me that people that our ancestors that died before Jesus was born, they're all in hell? Is that what you're trying to tell me? We had our principles before these people come. Do not sleep with somebody's wife. Do not do this. Thou shalt not buy someone else. Thou shalt not do this. We knew it before they came. They stole it from us. They plagiarized those commandments from us.
And the land was sane because you know that if you do this, the spirit will come.
Yes.
You can't sleep with somebody's husband. You cannot forcefully force yourself on a woman. You cannot steal. People put their goods out there without anybody paying them. They will not steal the goods. Nobody go to anybody's farm. But
to steal.
Because they support the whole religion spirituality and brought religion, now our politicians are stealing.
My cousin's mother died 2 months ago. He called me. He didn't have much. I told him, I told my wife, look at what is happening. Let's help this guy. We bought the coffin. We prepared everything. We sponsored the wake keep. And I told him, go call a mortician to embalm her, how she will be buried the following day. Don't take her to the morgue. No mortuaries. And he did it like that. Everything went smoothly. You know that today, the only brother, the mother's sisters and brothers are not talking to him. They said, why did he not put the woman in the mortuary? I begin to look at these people and I wonder what has happened to them. What is mortuary? Did we have mortuary like 50, 100 years ago in our land here? People die and they bury them. That's why you see all kinds of things happening all over the place, because we want to do what the Europeans do. Now, they don't talk to him because he didn't wait, so that the woman they have not been able to give 2,000 before when she was alive. They want to bring band. They want to carry her in a chariot. They want to repaint the house and start doing all kinds of hypocritical nonsense. At what end? That woman has been sick. Not even her church people has ever come to give her 1,000. Please, let's be wise. Let's begin to wake up. This is not time to be blind and following European nonsense. Go to the same Europe. Okay, was it not the King of England that we saw online the other day? They were using incense, burning incense, and he was taking the smoke to cleanse himself. And when you see incense, you begin to convulse and begin to do blood of Jesus, incense. And you are educated. You even have masters, and you don't know what incense is. You don't know what perfume oil that you can use to pray to attract benevolent spirit is.
Evil.
You see cowries. You begin to do like somebody that has epilepsy. Cowries. What was our form of currency before the white people began to bring out paper money? Was it not cowries? So what happened now? You see somebody with cowries on their head, you begin to talk, begin to gossip. What is cowries? Cowries that they pick from water. Cowries used to be alive. When they die, you remove the things inside and they become cowrie shell. What's wrong with it? You are educated, yet you are an illiterate. You cannot research. They tell you something, you don't even care, you don't bother to research about it. You jump into conclusion. And you say, so how do we wake up? I think this thing of religion hit the people that it hit most are Nigerians. It hit them pieces. Some of you go back to the village, carry some criminals in the bus and be clapping. Ndị anyị ga-atụtụ komkom, clapping. You go and carry the Arobunago that is over 5,000 years in your community and throw away. And burn it and say, is that tree, that Iroko tree, is what has been taking the youth backward. How? After doing it, people will be. When I was playing in the band, we actually went to a particular family to play. And I asked my band members, this is the second time or third time we are coming here to play in the space of 2 years. What is going on? I didn't know anything then. I was just a young boy. Do you know what happened to that family? It was later that they found out that their great-grandfather, over 300 or 400 years ago, they sold a Nwada, a first daughter. They sold into slavery. She's been the one buying them one by one. All the families that are connected, both the ones that received snuff from the money sold from that woman, all of them were buying one by one. Nobody will get to 45 before they buy. In their prime, it was hitting them. This one will sleep, he won't wake up. The other one went to separate fight. They hit him where he did surgery. That was the end of it. The other one, accident, like that. The other one went to give birth, like that, until they found out what was happening. And they have gone there to carry Ndira Ngatutu Komkom more than 7 times to do family deliverance and cut down Iroko tree that was standing in the family. Nothing happened until they went to buy that native cow to do the right thing and pay back the other family that they took that one from. That was how the whole thing stopped. Ordinala, which is traditional African spirituality, is practical. You don't cut corners. If the spirit say you must bring 1 egg, look for a 4-face cooler, bring water in calabash, say so and pour it there. That is what will give you deliverance of something that has been holding the family down for 300 years. But you people are busy paying these people to come and clap there overnight, praying. Say they are prayer warriors. Meanwhile, in the night, pastor and prayer warriors are doing threesome in the hotel. How are you going to get deliverance? Threesome. You cannot get deliverance from there. Tell me, you've been going to church. They've been giving you prayer, prayer points for more than 15 years now. You are still not married. Your business is still not working. In fact, you are devastated. You are in the village now, roaming about. Won't you ask questions? You are in that state, but when they tell you, go for consultation and try to find out what is wrong with you, you'll be like, God forbid. Go where? No, I'm not going. No. Look at, we keep deceiving ourselves, trying to wear a white man's religion like a coat, demonizing our own. Make we wake up. Oh. The time is now. Let's wake up. If I could live my lifestyle abroad, everything, I know what I went through. I've been a science student all my life. I was telling my wife today when I saw one lady that's now an army general, I was saying, had it been when I graduated from Nigerian Defense Academy when I was 17 that I enrolled, that by now I would have been a major general in the army because I would have served like 20 years by now, going to all the courses. She told me one thing: it was not in your destiny. Even if I joined then, maybe one thing would have happened. Either they sacked me there or Boko Haram would have bite their cheek, not me. You see it now. But all the problems I've been facing, they said, this is what you're going to do. When I started doing it, that is the first time I could sleep, like lie down on the bed and sleep quietly and wake up feeling energized. Before, when I lie down, my soul will be walking around the house. I will be sleeping, but I will see my soul walking around the house because I was restless. I've never slept for years. Nothing that I do works the way I want it to work. When I see people in Europe crying, I know why they are crying. That was what I was telling Oma today. I know why they are crying. They don't have papers. They don't have, their job has done this. Me, I didn't wait for the papers. I packed my bags, went to the immigration myself, went to our embassy, got emergency travel certificate, went to the immigration, got all the necessary documents, paid all the things, used my hand, carried myself to the airport and went back to Africa. I didn't wait again because I was losing a lot. What am I still doing there when everything I'm doing is scattering? You're waiting for the red passport. You still get the passport and nothing. You'll still be sleeping like 15 people in one flat. Now passport be money for abroad. Passport not be money. Passport is just, okay, you can travel to many places. Okay, you've gotten your citizenship. Maybe you might get a better job, but the racism factor is still there. Oyibo no go come elevate you for their office, live in own person way and be the same color. No. You can still carry that passport, but na train station you dey sweep. Oyibo when no go primary school, they work for a better place. They command you. You fit still carry the red passport or the blue passport. When na for farm, you dey pick tomato for Europe. You cannot work in any office. Who is going to employ you? That you carry a passport. I just heard the other day that South Africa cancelled my friend's passport. They cancelled it. He was coming back from Nigeria. They cancelled took the passport, stripped him of his citizenship. They took everything from him. Something he has carried for years. So that paper where you dey wait for, is it what? But do you know that if you buy that's your passport, all the documents, your PR and everything don't expire? Then you prefer to stay in Europe because of the street light where you see every day. It's better you go back to the village. They hear crickets, they cry for middle of the night. They do amosu work, but live a better life than where you day. You day inside your room. You no get shishi. You get passport. You dey wait for papers. Your neighbor dey microwave pizza. It dey enter your nose where you no hold €1 to buy them. Which one is better? Make we wise up. We be Africans. We are spiritual people. We are not religious people. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, DBICBD.
God bless you, sir. Thank you.
That's a lot. I don't know what entered my husband today, but that's a lot. Okay, so I want to take more questions. Kome. No, sorry. Tipio.
Tipio. Okay. Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening.
Man, yesterday, I do consultation for someone and a lady, and she said that Uberaga is attached to me. You understand? And that I'm a Banji or things like that. Then that I have a calling, I wish I've already do before, and different people have already told me about all those things. So that is one of the reasons why I ask you about what is the difference between a Gberaga and an
So
Asisa.
when the woman
You
did
understand?
consultation for you
Then
did not ask her what ogberaga is. You have carried the consultation out to my life to come and ask me what ogberaga is, knowing fully well that I'm not the one that did the consultation.
no, she not
Abi?
give me that enough space or time to ask.
You go and do another one now.
You understand?
Because for you to pay for consultation, the person is supposed to give you space to ask questions. It's not me that did not do your consultation. You come and drain with questions and be asking me questions you are supposed to ask the person you paid for consultation. It doesn't work like that. Do you
Okay,
understand?
but I understand you. I understand you.
Do you have any other question?
But Oma, I want to. Yes, I had spiritually. Oma, let me just be sincere to you. I have one problem, and the problem is just about a woman. You understand? I feel that
About what?
women,
Okay.
about women,
What about women?
I feel that spiritually, I feel that spiritually I'm down somehow, and from my own sense of view, I think it's because of women.
How women drain your glory?
Why did I not drain your own?
No. If you're sleeping with multiple women, you don't know what it means.
No, the reason I say so, one of the reasons I say so.
Multiple women.
Why are you laughing now?
As my husband said, women drain your glory. That's why I asked him that why did I not drain his own?
Multiple women.
No.
I'm listening.
There's a
So
difference between
women
when you
drain
get
your
married
energy. In what way?
no, there's you can't drain your husband's glory. You don't understand, because you are
That's
married.
what I'm asking
You
you.
understand?
In what way do women
Even right
drain
now I'm
your
married.
energy?
You understand? But I'm trying to look back to the past when I do some. You don't understand? She with
In what
just things
way
and
do
the rest.
women drain your
So
energy?
the way
People are
I
waiting
am
for
then,
you so that we will answer the
I
question
know
quick.
that there's a lot of difference before the kind of force I have. You don't understand? The kind of force I have
Tipio,
currently now, I
are you
don't have
listening to
such
me?
It's temple,
such
babe.
such energy.
Tipio, are you there? Can you hear
Yes,
me? What
yes,
exactly is your
yes,
question? I can't hear you. You seem to be
yes, man.
talking. Ask a question so I can answer you directly.
You don't get where he's
I don't understand what he's
He's
saying.
saying that there is a difference. Like, I believe he is having something to do with multiple women. And they're draining him.
And you should
Just
stay away
going
from
back.
multiple women now.
These are Banje people, not
Uncle
the
Noebi, I greet you. You will stay away from multiple women because sex involves energy. Once you have sex, you exchange energy. So once you are having sex with multiple women, you are draining your energy and they will pull you down because women are strong beings. We are deities. Okay? Afoke,
Good evening.
good evening, Afoke. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Come here, wait there. Please, what's your question?
Okay, the question I have is, what if you are married to someone that is against your calling?
Is that the question?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, one of the problems we have, we that are chosen ones, is that before we get married, we don't ask the spirits that we are working with if this marriage want to enter. They are the ones that what brought that person to our life. Some of these people we marry is spirits that bring them into our life to help them, the spirit to frustrate us because we disregard them. That's why you find out that one of the first things that chosen ones do is get married wrongly. Do you understand? Now, if your husband refused for you to answer this call, eventually you will have a child with that man and that marriage will break. You will become a single parent that is training that child. That's where your problem starts from. Do you understand? So it is up to you to now start venerating and telling your spirit guides that you are ready to answer this call, but this man is serving as an obstruction. If he has the same assignment with you, they will work on him. But if he doesn't have the same assignment with you, they will remove him from your path. Okay? So you find out that most of us that are chosen, you see that most of the time we have broken marriages because we marry wrong initially. Do you understand, Afoke?
Okay. Yes.
So you
Thank you.
venerate and tell your spirit. They will handle the matter for you. Okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, darling. Success. Success, are you there?
Success, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I don't have
Your
any
network is
question.
bad.
Your network is bad, Success.
Your network is bad, so it's echoing. If you want to write your question on the comment section, I'll read it from there and take it for you, okay? Star Girl. Star Girl, are you there? What's your question?
Oh, Oma, sorry, I didn't know I was up.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Everjoy.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, ma'am.
Please, can I have your question?
Okay, I have two questions, ma'am.
Sorry?
Okay, first, I have two questions.
Can you be a bit audible?
I said I have two questions.
Okay.
Okay, the first one is, I don't last in my relationship.
Have
Okay,
you
the
ever
thing
done a
is,
consultation for
no, I
yourself?
have not. I've not done any
You need
of
to do
those.
one. By the time you do that consultation, a lot of all these questions that you want to ask now will be answered in that consultation.
But how
Okay?
will I don't know how to go about
You
it.
send me a
Because,
message, a private message here on TikTok, and I will give you my number where we can do consultation. Okay?
okay, ma'am, I will do that. Thank you.
Kome, are you there? Oh, your battery is low. Oyenka's network is bad. His network is not stable. So if you want to run a consultation, kindly send me a request on my WhatsApp on TikTok here, and I would help you run a consultation. Okay? Please note that I would never write you first. I will never send you message on your comment section. They have many pages that are created in my name that is not me. Anybody that comes to your comment section to write and say, I have a message for you, and the person is using my picture, it is not me, it is scam. Before you make any payment for anybody to anybody for consultation, make sure that you do a video call and ensure that this is the face you are seeing and this is the voice you are hearing. Okay? So that you don't get scammed. Thank you. Unknown.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine.
What's your question?
Ma, I want to know, like, whether I'm a water child or...
You will do consultation. I don't do consultation on my life.
Okay.
Consultation is how much?
When you come to my page, you will know there are different types of consultation. You choose the one you want.
Okay.
Okay, in the absence of no other question, let's call it a day before the night wolves would wake up and come and ask me, will James marry John? Okay, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow our love web kicks up 8 p.m. Make sure you are here to find love. Make sure you are here to what? Mingle. Let us start marrying ourselves. Most of us that are spiritual people, we are lonely because a lot of people don't want to mingle with us because we are spiritual people. It is the religious people that are out there. Okay, so tomorrow our love program, our love web starts every Saturday, but tomorrow is the first edition. Make sure you are here. Krista, please, can I have your question?
Yes, please, Queen. Good morning from here. It's not, please, it's not about our water things, you know. There is time I receive a message. I receive because I know that you don't quickly send message to me on WhatsApp.
I was the one that sent you message. My
because
spirit said I should reach out to you. And I
Okay,
did.
then, okay, because I heard that people in Nigeria, there are scammers using their voice and their phone. So I wanted to confirm by all means from you
Yes, you
before,
did. You
okay,
sent me message. You sent me message on my TikTok
the
here.
other number
You
also.
sent me on my other number confirming if I was
Yes,
the one that reached out. I said yes because Spirit asked me to reach out. I reached out. I said, "Are you okay?" Because it's been
it's
a
okay.
while.
It's okay. I'm going to contact. We have a lot to do this period.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, in the absence of no other question, I want to tell you I love you, but your chi and your spirit guy loves you more. Until then, I see you tomorrow, same place, same time, 8 p.m. Let us come and mingle. It's going to be fun. It's not a program you want to miss. Bye.